when you take these medications, you basically sign a contract and you go into debt. You're basically taking a loan of energy. You're taking a loan of focus. You are getting it from somewhere else and you're free to use it. Much like when you take a line of credit or loan, which I have done. You go to the bank and they give you $25,000 and that's real money. You can really spend it on real things. And the focus that you get from these medications, it's real energy. And you can really use it to build a business, do well in school, and get a job. You are actually given power with these medications. When you take these stimulants, you actually are able to use that energy for things that could be good, But in both cases, at some point, you sign a deal, basically. You sign a contract, and this contract, it comes in the form of debt. And in one way, shape, or another, at some point that debt's going to be collected. In the case of a loan at the bank, it's collected with interest, and if you've used that money to make money, you might be in good shape. But even if you do, you still have to give back that money with interest. You borrow $25,000, you give back, depending upon the interest rate, more than that. And if you're late on your payments and this on that, it affects your credit. It can spiral out of control one way or the other. And with the debt that you get from taking these medications, it can take strange things. I think for me, not only, the collection phase starts when you enter withdrawal, which is when you stop taking the medications and you start to withdraw. So all that energy maybe you once had, now in the withdrawal, it demands sleep, eat. The weight you lost comes back, fold. Your metabolism shifted. Things are different. So even though you got what you needed at the time in terms of energy, focus, cognitive edge, now that you've stopped taking these medications, the collections come in. I think for me, it took away my youthful beauty, vigor, my hair. I think I aged quicker. I think when you do 48 hours of work in 24 hours, you age 2 days in a day. I think there is a Faustian bargain that happens with these medications. And when you take out this energy loan that you're taking out, at some point, there's going to be debt. So let me know in the comments. What was your bargain? When you took ADHD medications, what did you sacrifice for what they gave you? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious. Also, I want to shout out to whoever painted this hydrant. That is the reddest, most red fire hydrant ever. And it's, I like that. Shout out to whoever painted that dumpster blue. Shout out to whoever painted that yellow curb. There have been a lot of things I've said about ADHD medications that get contested and challenged, and that's not true, you're wrong, how dare you. But what was interesting is I did say something like what I'm saying here about this energy debt, about this loan, about this collections on, I think, TikTok or something. When I speak negatively about ADHD medication, a lot of people say, but they're helpful, here's why they're helpful, and I'm not denying they're helpful. It's helpful like taking out a loan is, because it is a loan the way I see it. It's a loan of energy and focus. When you use these medications, you take out a loan. You borrow energy from another source and you spend it like you would with a credit card or a loan. But the thing is, once you stop taking it, the debt needs to get collected. And people were like, shit, that's true. So I think this one's actually accurate. So even if you are taking the medications and you're benefiting from it, it's not a seamless deal. Something has to be taken in order for these meds to work. That there is some sort of sacrifice that's some sort of bargain, that you give up something in order to have the access to this extra power, because it feels like extra power. And much like a loan, it feels like you haven't actually earned it, but you've received it. So it's like you automatically get this thing that gives you this edge or this advantage or this clarity or this access, but it was given to you on credit. And depending upon what you do with it, you find out if it was a worthwhile choice or if it's actually going to get you in big trouble. And you can't file energetic bankruptcy. You have to deal with it. And if you're going through the challenges of amphetamine withdrawal, my heart goes out to you, and I hope that you find the resources I've created here on YouTube and my book that's there on Amazon, and we can help you, because I do just want to put out these little nuggets for people who are going through that withdrawal and who know that they're not alone, and what they're feeling isn't strange. That if you are going through an amphetamine withdrawal and you feel these feelings, it makes total sense, because now you're at the point where that is getting collected, and you will recover, you will get better. But right now you're just having to pay back a loan. So heart goes out to you. You'll pay it back day by day, piece by piece, moment by moment, and you'll have better energy and better focus than you ever had before or during your use of these medications. It's possible.